As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they'd put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's a pickup of 6. The Dolphins hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rolling to his right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Trent eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's go. Mike, 58, right there. Go.
Looking to throw. Trent. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there of 22. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Trent. Screen play set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd and long. Trent dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To the air, Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Allen going to keep it again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyd, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Trent. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down. Trent. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Looking to throw. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1.
He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Steps up, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On third down, Boyd. And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Off the bootleg, Trent. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Off play action, Trent. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Trent. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Trent. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied it. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still throwing here with a big third quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And complete right side to Cook.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time?
Oh, wide open, complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Up the middle, it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Off play action. Trent.
Got an open man finding Hill on the comeback route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Trent. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receiver.
And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Trent. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Trent flush to his right. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown! James Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Trent. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game. And now here is another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Trent. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Trent. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Up the middle they go. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyd. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Trent forced out to his left. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So Allen's going to look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Allen now looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Bills, it's...
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business when it was my problem. G